So first of all, we will explain. We will start with the Loom. Then we will go to this PowerPoint and all. Okay. So there is a mixed response. At least a few of you know how to use PowerPoint as a video recorder. Okay. Yeah. We are going to demonstrate how Loom works. Okay. So by looking into the screen, you can work parallelly. You just watch the screen in the web apps. Also, you can work in your laptop. You do the same thing. Okay, I will be going very slowly so you can easily uh, easily install it and you can experience it. Okay, so the first of all, you have to type a website address in your Google Chrome. The website address is loom.com. Okay, it is there in the chat box also. Yeah. When you type loom.com, you will get a screen like this. At the top right, there is a blue box, blue button, get Loom for free. You click on that. Click on the get Loom for free blue button. Now the screen, you will get a white screen where you have an option, sign up with Google. There are three white boxes. The first box is sign up with Google. Sign up with Google. Click on sign up with Google. Now a pop-up window will open. Okay, where you have to select the email ID. If you have an institutional email ID, please use that. Okay, I'm asking the participants, if you have an institutional email ID, a G Suite account, that is the email ID provided from your institution, some xyz.ac.in or xyz.edu like that. If you have an email ID like that, you can use that. That is the best one. Or you can use your personal email ID. So you click on the email ID. Then the same window refresh and you will get a long text. Don't worry about that text. But below of that window, there is a I agree button. Okay, at the bottom of this page, there is a I agree button. Click on that I agree button. Now this pop-up window will automatically closes and the main page will refresh and you will get a page like this. What will you use Loom for? There you click as a teacher. Okay, select the option as a teacher. Second option is as a teacher. Then click continue. Then it will ask you the workspace name. Okay, where you can type your name in the small box. Your name will be already there, some XYZ workspace, but instead of that you can put just your name only, not that workspace you can delete. Then after typing your name, you can click create. Now there is a option for invite team, but we are not doing now. So you click not now. Okay. In the next page, you click not now. Then the page will be refreshed and you will get a option to install the Chrome extension. So you click on the second blue box, that is install extension. Click on install extension. Now the Chrome extension page will open. At the top right, there is another blue button, add to Chrome. At the top right, there is a blue button, add to Chrome. Click on that. Now, another pop-up window will open where you can click add extension. You can click add extension. Now you can see that one file is downloading. At the bottom left, you can see that one file is downloading. Let it download. Don't disturb or don't try to open it. Okay, let it finish. It will take 2 to 3 minutes. After completing this downloading, this page will automatically refresh and you will be redirected to a personal library page. After finishing this download, you will be redirected to a personal library page. It will automatically come depending on your network speed. If your network is too fast, it will take only 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, it's buffering. Uh, that one, can you refresh this page? Not yet installed. Yeah, it is coming now. So that will be automatically redirected to the Loom page where you can see a title, personal library. Yeah, that means you are in. Okay, you are in the Loom page. Now you have to do some more steps to set up your recording. Okay, for that you have to click on new video. There is an orange button at the top right, new video. You will get a drop down menu there. When you click new video, you will get a drop down menu where you can select record a video. Record a video. It is loading only. So if you are getting a black window like this at the top right, you can click dismiss. Yeah. Then you click new video, then click record a video. Then one pop-up window will open where you can click one click access blue button. Then another pop-up window will open that is asking permission to use your mic. There you click allow. Yeah, most of the settings are over. Now you can see that at the top right there is a a box where you can see a button start recording. You can click on start recording. Yeah, it is asking for sharing your screen. So you can click on the picture. Yeah, the picture in the window. Yes, you just click there. You just click on that. Now button is active. Click on share. Now you can see the countdown. So you can open any window that you want to present or that you want to record. Okay. Suppose if you have a PowerPoint, you can open it. Or suppose if you want to teach your student in Google Classroom in LMS, you can open that particular window. Okay. Or if you have a PowerPoint, you can just open it. Now, minimize this page. It. Okay. After 1-2 recording, you will learn it. Yeah. Now you can press in the presentation mode and you can speak something. Or you speak, that will be recorded. Okay. I hope you are speaking now. Okay. You can change the slide. You can change the slides. I hope changing the slide, but we are not able to see it. And next button, the right arrow mark. Put the right, click on right arrow mark in the keyboard, or in the bottom there is a, yeah, fine. Suppose you record, you went through all the slides. Okay, now you finished your PowerPoint recording. Suppose if in addition to this, suppose if you want to show a searching, how to do Google search, you minimize this PowerPoint. Then open your Google Chrome and go to the Google search. Go for a Google search. Open a new tab. Now open a new at the, yeah. Then you can do a Google search. Yeah. Then you can speak how to do a Google search, something like that. This is a demonstration. Suppose if you want to show students how to say assignment in Google Classroom or how to do a quiz in your LMS, all those things you can easily record. Once you finish your recording, what you want to do, you go back to your Loom page. Then you now you can see that the video recording is over, and also the uploading of this recorded video is also done. Okay, it is already ordered in the Loom page. Now there is a blue button, copy video link at the top right. You can see a blue button, copy video link. Yeah, copy it. Then you put it in the, paste that link in the chat box of WebEx. Go back to your WebEx page and paste it in the chat box. WebEx tab, the meeting. Third one is WebEx. Yeah. Then again you open, suppose you are coming tomorrow or after 1 month. Then you go back. Suppose you are again opening your Loom. Just type loom.com. Then there is a sign in option near to get Loom for free, right? Sign in option. You click on that. Now you can click on this sign in with your Google account. Now you can see all other steps were one-time process, just like your PLC registration. It is a one-time process. You don't have to Chrome, adding Chrome extension and all. You will straight away go to your personal library page. You can see already recorded videos. Suppose if you want to record as another video, you have to just click on new video. Ma'am, please click on new video. Yeah, ma'am, you can click on that new video at the top. Video. Ma'am, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me?
Sanchita ma'am says she's been muted, but I think if you
Okay.
go to the
Yeah. Now she's okay. Yeah. Now you click start recording. Yeah, these are the steps. Okay, you can see within 3 clicks, you can record your video. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is only these 3 steps you have to do for recording a video. Okay. Now you can cancel it. For the time being, we can cancel it. Now, what will happen to our recorded video? All recorded videos will be stored in Loom. What is a Loom? Loom is a cloud storage, just like your Google Drive or YouTube, where you can keep your files. What type of files? The video files. Okay, so Loom is a video file storing space. In addition to that, they have a software to record your screen and your face and audio. Okay, that is the advantage compared to all other cloud storage. Okay, they have a video recording and face recording or camera recording and a audio recording option. Now, suppose if you want to retake, or suppose if you want to see the already recorded video, you can see it under personal library. You can see all your recorded videos under this. Okay, personal library, there is another title videos. You can see the previously recorded video. Suppose if you want to see it, you just double click on that video. Ma'am, please, you double click on that first video. Now, if you want to give this video to your students, just click on copy video link and give it to anywhere. It can be WhatsApp, it can be Google Classroom, it can be Moodle, it can be Facebook, wherever. It can be email. Okay, you can share it with using any media. Okay, so this is the option. Now, suppose if you want to download this video, okay, that option is also there. There are 3 dots near to copy video link. There are 3 dots. Click on that. Then there is an option download. Yeah, click on that. Now you can see that a file is downloading. Okay, and it will quickly download the video. Now it will be in MP4 format. You can give the place that you want to store this file. Desktop is better. Yeah, and it is a MP4 format. Okay, 42 MB only. Now you can open it and it will play in almost all video players. So you can record it and keep it in Loom account. Suppose if you want to download it, you can download it. And if you want to upload this video in YouTube, that is also possible, because this video you can download it and you can again upload it in YouTube or if it is necessary. Now, If you want to delete this video, again that three dots button is there near to copy video link. There are three dots. You can delete it. Okay, so many options are there. Renaming option is there. Move option is there. Okay, now if you want to duplicate this video, okay, that is also possible. Now you click somewhere else, ma'am. Yeah, click somewhere else. Yeah. Now, suppose there are so many unwanted portions in this video. Suppose in the beginning we are clicking on that record button and all. Okay, suppose if you want to remove that, that option is also there. Trimming video option is also there. For that, uh, at the right side of your video, there is a scissor button, trim video. Click on that. Then on the video at the left side, there is a start trimming box. It's a white box. Yeah, click on that. Then you will get a red bar with two handles. You adjust the handle, the portion that you select the portion that you want to delete. Suppose if it is in the beginning, you can adjust the handle. Click on that handle and move it. Click and drag. Yeah. Yeah. Like that, you can select the portion that you want to delete. Okay. Then click remove at the bottom right. At the bottom right, there is a remove button. Yeah. Click on that. Now the handles will disappear and there is only a red area. That means that portion is already deleted. Suppose if you want to delete some portion in between, again you can click on start trimming. Again you will get another two handles. You can adjust it. And those timing is also shown in the middle of your video. Both the handles are movable, so you can adjust it. Okay, suppose if you want to delete the last portion of the video, then you can move that handle to anywhere. Okay. Now again you click on remove. Then if you want to do again you want to do again cutting off some of the portion, again you can do the starter trimming. Now if your trimming process is over, you can click publish changes. Click on publish changes. Then this video will be processed and again it is uploaded. Okay, now you don't have to share the link again. Okay, it is not necessary because those who having the link will get the trimmed video now. Okay, this is one of the editing option in the video. Now if you want to go to your home page of Loom, at the left side at the top left there is a Loom icon. You click on that. Yeah, that corona like. Yeah, click on show navigation. Yeah, click on that. Now you can see a Loom icon. Loom, named Loom. Click on that. Yeah, click on that. Now you will be redirected to the person library. This is the home page of the video. Home page of your Loom. Okay, not now. Click on not now. Here you can see your videos. Recorded videos will be listed in person library. See? Yeah. Now, the one more advantage of Loom is that you can create folders just like in your computer. There is an option new folder at the top right. Near to new video, there is an option new folder. Yeah, you can click on that. A folder will be created. You can rename it and write it to folder. Suppose if you are taking classes to first year, second year and third year classes, you can create a folder for first year. Then you can create another folder for second years like that. Okay, you can create so many folders. So the recorded videos can be put into that particular folder. So it will be easy to identify whether it is a first year video or second year video. Like that, you can easily arrange our videos. Now, how to put a video into this folder? Just drag and drop your video into this folder. You can see your videos below this page. Yeah, you just drag and drop. Yeah, that video will be uploaded into that folder. Now you can see that video in this page. Now, one of the problem that you may felt is that when you record your PowerPoint, your face will not be recording. Okay, if you are using a method like this of Loom Chrome extension, your face will not be recorded. Okay, there are two options to record your face along with your PowerPoint. One is you just upload your PowerPoint in Google Drive, then you can open it with the Google Slides. Then in that case, you are presenting with the Google Slides. Okay, then your face will also be recorded. If you are using a Chrome extension, your web camera will be working only with any Google Chrome tab. Whatever you are opening in Google Chrome, that will be recorded along with your face. But you are out of your Chrome window, Google Chrome window, then your camera will be recorded. Sorry, your webcam will not be recorded. Okay, that means if you are opening a PowerPoint, only the PowerPoint slide will be recorded, not your webcam, that is your not your face. Okay, so that's you can see in this video also. So if you are uploading that PowerPoint in Google Drive, it is opening in Google Chrome, Google Slide is opening in Google Chrome, definitely your face will be recorded. Suppose if you don't like that, if you are saying me that I want to record my PowerPoint along with my face, is there any option? Yes, it is possible. Okay, I can give you a link. This is a previous page only, but maybe you may feel that it is difficult to find out. So I'm giving a link here. Okay, you click on that link. Ma'am, you can click on the link in the chat box. In the WebEx chat box, there is a link. Yeah, you can click on it, no problem. Then you can see the same page. We had seen this page earlier. Okay. Yeah, you scroll down. We have already installed this Chrome extension. To record a PowerPoint, it is better to install a desktop app, download app. You can click download app. Yeah, one file will be recorded. You can download it anywhere. Desktop, it is there in the desktop. Save it. Yeah, it is 74 MB already saved. Now you try to open it. One more thing, if you are using a personal Gmail account, it will now Loom has introduced some limitation, and it is a very difficult limitation. That is, you can record only 5 minutes video if you are using a personal Gmail account. But if you are using a institutional email account, you can use Loom without any time limit. Now let us see how we can use PowerPoint as a tool to record your videos. Okay. See, there are so many tools available in internet or as a standalone app for recording video, but there are advantages and disadvantages for each and every app. Loom have its own disadvantage, like its clarity may not be good as OBS or something. And there is a time limit for personal email account. And for recording the video, you need to have an internet. Now, for the higher education teachers, I suggest PowerPoint is the best option. Why? Because all of us have a PowerPoint slide for our topic. See, and you can record it. For the time being, we can record it. Suppose if you are finding out that there is a mistake in the 14th slide, what will do if you are using a Loom or any other recorder? You have to re-record the entire video. That is one of the option. Or we have to record that particular area. Then we have to find out a video editor. There you have to split your earlier video and delete that portion, and you have to insert the new video. Then again you merge all these videos and again upload it. Okay. But PowerPoint has an advantage. Suppose if there is a mistake in the 11th slide, you can just go back to your 11th slide and re-record only that slide. Okay, there are hundreds of slides, but you have to record only that particular, re-record only that particular slide. Then you can, all other slides will remains there. Okay. There you can click slideshow. Now you click record narration. Just below that. Yeah, record narration. Yeah, click on that. Now you click OK.
Okay.
This is a older version of the PowerPoint. Okay. Otherwise, if you are using a Microsoft Office 10, then you will get the pop-up window like this. Start recording from the current slide or start recording from the beginning. There is a suggestion. Yeah, there is a suggestion. Wait a minute, sir. There is a suggestion. Whenever the PowerPoint asking for from beginning slide or from current slide, you always go for current slide. There is an advantage. Okay, so you click on current slide. Now it will be in the PowerPoint slide mode. Okay, slideshow mode. Okay. Now you press next button, sir. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah. Now you can speak something that will be recorded. Okay. Is it?
Hello,
coming?
sir. I am here going to talk with you regarding the recording matter. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You can go to the next slide. Actually, there will be a
this is in Marathi.
Yeah, fine. And then actually there will be a timer above your slide. I don't know. It is not visible in your case. I don't know. It's okay. You can move the 3-4 slides. You can move it. Yeah. After finishing your recording, you just press escape button in the keyboard. In the keyboard, you can press escape. Yeah. It is asking for saving. Yeah, click save. Yeah. Now you can see a speaker button at the bottom right. Are you able to see that? That means some audio has been recorded in the slide. Okay, that's all. That's the meaning of this. Now you just put the PowerPoint in slideshow mode. Just put the PowerPoint in slideshow mode.
Yes.
Not that slideshow, the earlier slideshow. Just yeah, from the beginning. Move to the next slide, where from we started the recording from the blank slide only. Next slide. Yeah, maybe from here. Are you able to hear any voice? Yes. Okay. And the slides are automatically changing. Okay. That is remembering how much time we kept our slide with the audio. Okay. After that, the slides will be automatically changing to the next slide. Now you can try that. Suppose if something is there in the first line, you can just edit it. Okay. So the PowerPoint will be saved as with the new text, but with old audio. So you can make corrections at any time in the text. Even after recording your voice, you can correct your text. Okay, that is one of the advantage. Okay, so this PowerPoint will be there. You can share it as like this, as a PowerPoint, so students can just download this PowerPoint and watch it. Or there is one more option. You can escape, sir. Press the escape button.
Yeah.
Suppose if your students don't want to touch on the each slides and don't want to play, they can also, if you are giving this slide, you can turn off your mic, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you are giving a PowerPoint slide like this, they can edit anything, no? So we can protect it. How to protect it? There is option. You just click on this PowerPoint icon at the top left. From there, you can take the option Save As. You take the option Save As. File Save As. Sir, Gajanan sir, you can take the option Save As. Save As. Save As.
Yeah.
Yeah, Save As. There is an option. PowerPoint slideshow option is there. PowerPoint slideshow option.
PowerPoint presentation is here.
No, second one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Click on that. You would save it in desktop. Save it in desktop.
Hey, 1 minute. FDP Kerala.
Yeah. Save it. Now you find out that file. There's a question, sir. In Windows 10, what is the option to be clicked? In Windows 10, you click on slideshow, then click on start recording or recording narration. Okay. Then you will get, it will be asking recording from the current slide or from the beginning. You go for record from the current slide. Then the same thing, it will be in slideshow mode. You can speak it. You can change the slides. After finishing your recording, you press escape button. And the thing is same. Okay. Sir, Gajanan sir, you minimize this PowerPoint, open the already saved file in the desktop, FTP Kerala, from the FTP Kerala folder. Sir, to save us. Yeah, to save us. That I will come. Now minimize this, sir. Minimize all your files. Minimize it and find out your desktop. There from FTP Kerala folder, you open this file.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not able to. Yeah.
Yes, I have
now you can see.
that.
Oh, you opened it. Oh, yeah, okay. You opened it. Now, what is seeing you, sir? It is opening in slideshow mode only. Yes, you are not able to edit any of this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, now you move to the third slide. Yeah, now you can see that it will be automatically changed to other slide. Okay, because it is already recorded one. So,
is it a recorded?
Yeah, it's a recorded one. You just move to the next slide. I don't know which slide you recorded and all.
Here there is a sound.
Yeah, there is a sound, means that will be automatically moving. Okay. If all of your slides are recorded, that means all slides will be moving automatically. Yeah, after adding narration, can we also delete it and restore the PowerPoint back to its original form? That option is also there. I will come to that. Now, yeah, if you want, but never delete it. I will say that never delete it. Okay. Now you can close this one, sir. Yeah. That when you press escape button, that will be automatically closes. Okay. You can never go back to that. Now you open the other PowerPoint where we recorded. Okay. So this is only for giving to your students. This saving mode is only to share your PowerPoint with others, where you have a you want nobody to edit your PowerPoint. Okay, in that case only you have to save in the presentation mode. Okay, otherwise you can save it in the regular mode. Sir, you can open the other PowerPoint, original PowerPoint. It will be there. It was minimized. Yeah. Now you can, if you want to save this with the recording, just press Ctrl S. That will be saved. Okay, that will be saved. Now, sir, you minimize this one. You take the earlier slide, earlier PowerPoint with the Marathi letters. Yeah. Now, if you want to save it, you just file Ctrl S. That will be saved. If you don't want to save it, you just close it without saving. Okay. Now, suppose you may feel that you don't want this recording for the time being. Okay. Okay. For the time being, that option is also there. Okay. There is a setup option. You can click on that setup slideshow. Under slideshow, there is a setup slideshow where there is an option present without narration. Is there anything something like that? Show without narration. Yeah. Show options are show without a narration. Yeah, you tick that. Then you click OK. So your recordings will be there. But when you put it in the slideshow, that will not be showing, or that audio will not be coming. So never delete your audio. That is precious. Otherwise, you have to repeat of recording your audio. Okay, so never delete your audio. It is precious. You invested so many time for recording that particular audio. Now, this is one of the option. Now, suppose if you want to give it in YouTube, you cannot upload as a PowerPoint in YouTube. For that, you have to save it as a MP4 file. But with this PowerPoint option, I don't think it will not work. But if you have a Microsoft Office PowerPoint 10, when you click File, Save As, there is an option MP4 video format. If anyone is there with a Microsoft Office 10, they can come. Vidyashree, are you able to share the screen? Vidyashree, if you can, it will be good. Yeah. So host can make Vidyashree as the panelist.
Once, sir, I'll do that.
Yeah, yeah. You can stop presenting, sir. Gajanan, sir. So in the case of Gajanan, sir, he could not make it as a MP4 video. Now, what is the option? He wants to upload this PowerPoint as a YouTube video. You just take this file in a USB, or you share it with a Google Drive, and open this PowerPoint in a computer where you installed Microsoft Office 10. For the time being, you just open that PowerPoint there. Then you click File, Save As, then MP4 video option will be there. There you save it. Then again you take that video into your laptop and upload it into YouTube. Yeah. You can open the PowerPoint. Yeah. Now, in the case of Microsoft Office 10, there is a Save As option. When you click Save As option, if it is a big, how many slides are there in this file? Can you unmute and tell me? Okay, so many 16 slides are there. Okay, that might takes. Have you recorded? I don't think you haven't recorded. You are muted. If you want to unmute, at the top there is a sliding bar. You just move your mouse to at the top of your screen, then you will get a mic option. Unmute it. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. You go back to your PowerPoint. Go back to your PowerPoint. Now you click File, Save As. Save As. Then click Browse. Browse. Then in the Save As type box, Save As type, it is PowerPoint Precision. When you click that one, you will get a MPEG4 video. MPEG4 video, maybe at the middle. No. MPEG4 video. Yeah, that is the option. You select it. Then you save it somewhere in the desktop or somewhere. Yeah, then click Save. There is a disadvantage for PowerPoint. What is that? It will take too much time to save, to convert this PowerPoint as a MP4 video. Okay, you can see the progress. It will take time. Normally, I'm doing with 50 slides or 60 slides in the night only. Okay, I will give the command. I will go for sleep. Okay, it will take 1 or 2 hours sometimes. If the content is heavy, okay, so that will be converted as a MP4 video. Then you can upload that video content in YouTube. Okay, I hope all of you know how to upload it in YouTube. If you want to demonstrate how to upload a video in YouTube, I can demonstrate it. If you don't know, please put that one in chat box. If you want to upload a video, how to upload a video in YouTube, you can ask me in the chat box. Okay, so this video will be there. You can download it. So it will be in your computer. You can just upload it. But you have to make sure that your audio recorded PowerPoint is there in your computer. So in next syllabus revision, you can just delete the 13th slide. That will be over, no? And you can put 2 more slides after 16th slide. You can insert and you just re-record the slide number 17 and 18. All other recordings will be there. Okay, all other slides recording will be there. Then you just click File, Save As and convert to MP4 video. That's all. Okay, that is the advantage of MP4. But I want to tell you that first one is the file conversion timing is very important. That it will take maybe more than 30 minutes. In your case, I think it is fast. But and one more thing is that the file size will be very high. File size will be very large. Okay, if you are using a PowerPoint. But in YouTube, you can accommodate that file size also. But if you are a frequent user, that may be difficult. Yeah. If you have any more doubt regarding the PowerPoint recording and conversion of MP4 video, you can അതാണ് ലൊക്കേഷൻ ശരിയല്ല ഡെസ്ക്ടോപ്പ് sorry, you can you choose the desktop. Yeah, You gave some file name, one. No, file name. Yeah, fine. Then save it. Yeah, it's saved. Now you can open it. Do you want to? No, yeah. See, your PowerPoint has been recorded, has been converted as a MP4 video. But you have to make sure that you have used a record narration option with your audio. Then only it will work smoothly. I think she has recorded her audio. That's why it is changing very smoothly. Yeah. If you have any doubts regarding this PowerPoint and Loom, you can ask in the chat box. Yeah, it's working well. Yes. So if you don't have any doubt, I will move to the next one. That is screen Customatic. So if any other participants want to share, they can raise the hand or she can continue. If anyone wants to share the screen, just either say in the chat box or raise your hand.
There's a doubt here, sir. What's the difference between Loom and Nimbus?
Nimbus. I'm not familiar with the Nimbus. If you can just show me the Nimbus. You see, there are several. If you go to your Play Store in the mobile app, in the mobile Play Store, if you just type the screen recording software, at least you will get 300 working softwares. 300. Okay. So if you are, this is the case even in your Google Chrome. Okay. At least you will get more than 25. Okay. So many apps are available now compared to compared to in 2018. In 2021, there are several apps. Okay. Actually, this Loom was introduced in 2018 or so. Okay. In 2019 and 20, there is no time limit for a Loom. Okay. But in 2021 or at the end of 2020, they introduced a time limit of 5 minutes for personal Gmail account. So Nimbus may have, because I haven't used this Nimbus. So if you only know that which is better.
No,
and,
but sir, I think Vidya can continue. There is no other volunteers.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, both are screen recording apps. Okay. Yeah, each working in slightly different ways, maybe. This Fluid is the same thing. Okay, Fluid and Loom are, I will say exactly same. Okay, even though they are from different companies, they are working in a similar way. Yeah. In mobile, you can use X Recorder, DU Recorder. So many are there. You just go into your Play Store and search it. But these are standalone apps. This X Recorder and DU Recorder. You have to record it in your mobile or mobile. Then you have to use a third-party app or something to upload it into YouTube. Okay, so they are not providing a space to upload your videos. Video editing software. This KineMaster is the I think most of the YouTubers are using KineMaster. Okay, even my son, he is in 5th standard. He is using this KineMaster, but I am not familiar. He knows most of the things. Even he is using green chroma key in KineMaster, so you can change your background also. Yeah. Several is there. Shortcut is there. So many are there. Yeah. So now let us see one more screen recording app, that is Screencast-O-Matic. Okay. I can give you a link. That will be better, I think. Yes. The link is there in the chat box. You can just click on that link. Ma'am, you can click the link in the chat box. In the WebEx chat box, I provided a link. You click on that. Vidya ma'am, are you able to hear me? Yes. Open your WebEx. In the chat box, there is a link. Okay. All attendee to everyone. Okay, to everyone. 1 second. Yes, please check now. No. Now you can check. It will be visible now. Yeah. When you click on that link, you will be redirected to a Screencast-O-Matic website. Screencast-O-Matic website. Yeah. Well, you can see a record for free button. Record for free. Click on that. Then it may ask for permission. Is it coming? Yeah. Then you will get a page where you can click launch free recorder. Launch free recorder. Yeah. Then most probably there will be a dialog box. Yeah. Then you can see that one file is downloading. Okay, it's only 340 KB. Yeah. Now you open it. One file will be downloaded after clicking on launch free recorder. When you opening that file, something will be installed. Yeah. I think you are a good person in documentation. Yeah, very good. I appreciate the way you are keeping the records. Very good. Yeah. After installation, you will get a screen like this where you can see a dotted box with a black area, with black record area. Now, what is that? That is a control panel. That record box is a control panel, and there is a one big dotted black and white dotted box. What is that? It is the recording area. You can adjust the recording area by adjusting the size of that big box. Yeah, you can even resize it. Yeah, you can enlarge it, minimize it. Okay. Now you can open whatever you want that you want to record. Okay, suppose if you want to record a PowerPoint, you just open it. Okay, or if you want to record a LMS page, you just open it. Then you click on both. Both option is there in the record control box, screen, webcam, both is there. Yeah, click on both. Now your face will be coming at the bottom right. Okay, if your webcam is working well, that your face will be coming. You can adjust the position of your webcam. You can move it. Okay, you can move it and place it anywhere. Now, Okay, fine. Now you can click on record at the bottom left. At the bottom left, there is a cancel, there is a settings button, then there is a record button. Is it working? Not working? Yeah. Not working? You click on, you close that record black box. Yeah, close it. Now you try. Not working? Again, you click that settings button. Then what is that? Maximum time, screen, webcam. Click on preferences. Okay. That is for shortcut keys. Yeah, now it is working. Yeah, now you click record. Yeah. Now countdown started. Now you can see that this area, only this particular selected area of your monitor is recording. Okay. Now you can select, change your slides and all, and you can speak, and all those things will be recorded. Suppose if you want to pause in between, you can put that pause button. Again, if you want to record, restart your recording, again you press record button. Okay. Then after recording is over, you just again click pause button. Again you click pause button. Then there is a done button at the right extreme. Done button. You can, if you want to play it and try it, you can just if you want to make sure that everything is recorded, that play button can be used, or you can click on done button if you finished. Okay, you can click done button at the right extreme once you finish. Then it will ask you for save or upload. Then you click save or upload. Yeah. Then the page will come like this. At the right extreme, there is a save as video file. There are several options. You can directly upload it to YouTube or YouTube. Okay. Better you save it in your desktop. Then there is one more option where video file output is MP4 format. File name you can, if you want to, you can change. Then there is a folder. Click browse folder. There you can select the folder that you want to save your video. Desktop. Okay. Then click publish. Then click publish. Now your video will be converting to MP4 and will be downloading to your computer. So your MP4 video is ready. Now wherever you want, you can upload, whether in YouTube or, yeah. You can verify that whether the video has been recorded or not in the MP4. Not that one, not that one. That is an icon for Screencast-O-Matic. You saved something somewhere. Recording something, yeah. So that there is a emblem or watermark for Screencast-O-Matic that will be at the bottom left. That is a disadvantage. Okay, but it's okay when compared to other recording softwares. Yes, if you have any doubt regarding this screencast-o-matic, you can ask. Or I will move to the next tool. Let me move. So next tool is OBS, which is a sophisticated tool. Hence, the complication is also more. FIC, I find two types, FIC and ILC. What is meant by FIC and ILC? Where you saw it? So this OBS is a complicated tool with so many features. Okay, and you can use it as a professional tool. You can use it as a professional tool, just like in cinema editing and all. Okay, so its complication is also high. So let me demonstrate in a quick way. I will just show it. If you are not a professional in video recording, I will say that don't go for OBS. Okay, if you are a frequent video recorder and a frequent uploader of videos into YouTube, or if you are a YouTuber, you can go for OBS. Otherwise, don't go for that. FLV and AVI. These are different video formats. Okay, different video formats. Now the common format is MP4. Okay, it is better to save in MP4 format. Then that will be played in any of the video players. Okay, whether it is what is that? I forgot the name. If Windows Media Player or the other one, very common one nowadays we are using. The three-letter one, I forgot it. FL,
VLC.
what is that? VLC player. Yeah, VLC player. So it is better to save it in MP4 format. Yeah. So let me share my screen. Okay, yes. I hope my screen is visible now. Or the PowerPoint only?
Screen is visible.
Yeah, screen is visible. OBS. Okay. Okay, yeah. This is OBS screen. So now itself, you may feel that it is a little bit complicated, right? So there are so many tools in OBS. That's why you feel that it is a complicated. Okay. Now, what are these two windows? This is a processing window and this is the output window. Okay, that's all. This is a processing window. This is the output window. Now, how can you make all these contents like this? For that, you have two boxes here, scenes and sources. What is a scene? See, at a time you can create so many scenes. Okay, so many scenes. Suppose we are doing a big program, something like that. Okay, in that case, you may connect it with several cameras, right? So at 10:10, I may be switching the camera one. Then at 10:15, I can easily switch to camera 2 like this. Okay, so in scene 2 or scene 1 or scene 7, I can put so many items with either camera one, with one of my picture, with some audio from mic one, something like that. We have that much option is there in OBS. So for the first of as a beginner, what you have to do in scenes, there is a plus icon. You click on that one, then it will ask for the name. You give some scene name. Okay, scene 1 is fine because there is already 7 scenes. I'm getting scene 8. Then scene 8 is selected here. See at the sources, what are the sources for this? Okay, what are the things to be there in this scene 8 videos? Okay, nothing is there under sources. So you have to add one by one. What are the things? First, when you click this plus icon under sources, plus icon, then first of all we may need my camera, right? My camera is required. So I am going for video capture device. Okay, video capture device 5 or 1, whatever it is, let it be. Okay, then it is asking what type of device I have. I have only video HD webcam 1. Okay, I have only one video here. Okay, one camera in my laptop. So one camera. Okay, let it come. It's not coming. Sometimes this camera may have some issue because other one is also already using. Okay, like that you have to add. Now second one maybe my screen. Okay, so display capture. Okay, what type of display that I can select. Okay, the entire display is this one. Okay, so you can see that the entire page is coming here. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I want to delete that one. How to delete? Display capture is there. Right click there. There will be delete option. And I think is there. Or I can hide it. Okay, I can just hide it. I suppose at some point of time, if I want to hide it, yeah, I can just hide it. Okay, some delete option will be there, or even I can put a delete. Yeah, just select it and delete it. That will be deleted. Then suppose I want to do a PowerPoint here. Okay, record a PowerPoint. You take window capture, then click OK. Then it will ask me, but because I haven't opened a PowerPoint, so let me open it. Now it may come. Cancel and add window capture. Okay, yeah, now that PowerPoint is there. Okay, only the opened softwares will be or opened windows will be displayed here. So if your PowerPoint is open, that PowerPoint will be displayed. If a Word file is open, that will be coming. I opened a calculator, so that calculator is coming. So you can select whatever you want. Okay, so the PowerPoint is here. Now you can adjust this size. Okay, suppose if your PowerPoint want to come here, some images. Suppose if you want to add some image, you can go for image. Okay, then you can select an image from your computer. Okay, like this or this. Okay, so that image is coming here. So you can adjust the size of this image. You can put it here. Okay, like that I can put it here. Or suppose if you want to come this one as the top layer, you can adjust it. Okay, you can arrange the top layers like that. I can arrange. Okay, now let me take one more. Yeah, here I'm media capture is there. There is a transition here. You can see a transition. Okay, I'm putting that transition here. Now you can see that my face is somewhere here, right? Are you able to see that? I hope you are able to see my face, but it is not clear. Why it is not clear? I used a green chroma key or chroma key. What is the advantage of chroma key? My background is not visible. Okay, see, you see, my face is only visible. All other backgrounds from my pictures and PowerPoint are visible here. That is advantage. How to do that? When you click a video capture device, then you right click that, then click for filters, then there is a when you right click on this area, you will get an add option, then chroma key option. Add it. Okay. Then chroma key option will be here. You can select anyone. If you have a green background, you opt for green background. Why I am not using a green background. It is some other color. So it will work well with a green. But for other colors it is not good. Okay, that's why it is not clear, but still you can see my face without any background. Okay, like that you will get it. Now you can just click start recording, then that will be recorded. Okay, also you can add so many audio devices here. There is a audio mixer, audio input to capture is there. Like that you have to add one by one as per your requirement. The advantage of OBS is that the system audio will also be recorded, and also you can select the volume of your voice will be want to be high, or the system audio want to be high. You can mix it like that. You can adjust it. Okay, so these are the features of OBS. I told you this is a high-end software, and its complication is also high.